We had a very interesting question this week.
Yes.
Because of the Masters of Sex show on Showtime about Masters and Johnson's research, there was a big Ebony article on what's the difference between a black and white orgasm, because black people kind of aren't represented in any of the sex research.
Ever. Well, are we a racist country?
Yes.
Duh. An orgasm is an orgasm is an orgasm. And as long as it's a human being body, you know, it's...
With a clitoris is a clitoris is a clitoris.
And a penis is a penis is a penis. I mean, yeah, it's the same thing. Or the orgasmic process, that whole thing, happens in a human body. It doesn't matter what color it is. That shows you how screwy we are. I mean, in the same process for animals. We are animals.
We are animals.
We're a human animal. So,
but there are a lot of myths around black sexuality, I think.
Well, first of all, the culture has sexualized black women.
And black men.
Well, in porn.
Right.
Yeah, in porn, the black men get sexualized because they're noted for having large penises. But I do know a couple of black guys who are normal size.
And that's a lot to live up to. You know what I mean, if you think about that.
And some of them do.
What I don't like about pornography, most of it, and there are a couple of big name women of color that are stars in there, is that, you know, Christina talked about that. How, you know, once they found out she was a woman of color, they didn't want to book her for scenes. And there seems to be this kind of prejudice against,
I would think
black pussy.
I would think that a black woman would get more action.
I think they're beautiful when we see them during general show and tell.
Oh. Yes, all of that black, then that bright pink. It is a flower. It is a beautiful flower.
I've noticed, though, that when we have, you know, our white women in the circle and there's a woman of color, during general show and tell, they get very interested. Because they don't really see.
We don't see each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm interested in white pussy, yellow pussy, black pussy. I mean, yeah, exactly. And they're all different. And they're all unique. And they are all beautiful. So, there you have it. Now, the idea that an orgasm would be different because of our skin color? Come on. Use your brains. That's ridiculous.
But it's so pervasive in the culture that everything comes from, what is your identity? What is my national identity? What is my sexual identity? We're always putting labels on.
Well, I'm not even all white.
Neither am I.
And
who is all anything, you know?
Well, we all come from Africa.
Exactly.
So, get over it. The black and the white, or the brown and the yellow. Just think people, think human. And humans have orgasms. And orgasms all have similarities. And they are all different.
Unique. Yeah.
Even my orgasms are different. From time to time.
That's why it's exciting to me. That's why I can spend my whole life focused on human sexuality and having orgasms.
Right. Oh, it's different. Yes, there's a huge variety.
And what most people need to know is that the majority of the sex research is conducted on college campuses.
You know, this is what all those numbers that they crunch, everybody wants to see, well, what percentage of that? Well, what?
They're 18 to 24-year-olds.
Where is this documented? How do you know this is, you know, these poor, what do they call them, sophomores? No, they're
freshmen, sophomores, juniors, or seniors.
No, freshmen.
Freshmen.
Just come into college. They are embarking on a whole new life.
It's the first time they have some, like, their own space from their family home.
They're freaked out. They will do anything to belong. So they can get them to take all these tests and sign off and do these things.
So it's not very random. There aren't a lot of control groups.
Well, they do a control group, but it's coming all from the same...
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
The same pot.
That's why I love the questions that you answer, because you can really track... There are really 10 questions that everyone asks, the same questions, regardless of race, country. It's all kind of the same.
Yeah, it boils down to the same. And what I also like when I answered that question is I said that you and I don't just operate with stats or a clipboard. We actually have had sex.
Lots of sex. That's our research.
Now, don't.
But we have, Betty.
Don't frighten anyone away.
Sorry.
We have.
But, you know, you're a sex adventurer. I want to know what certain things are like. And you can read about it or you can just do it.
So we've been doing it. And I, frankly, prefer to listen to somebody who has had experience who has actually had sex with a black person.
Outside your race. Uh-oh.
So don't worry about color. Just focus on pleasure. An orgasm is an orgasm is an orgasm. Some are better than others. I'll take them all.